delicate steamed fish with a real punch of spicy sambal on top. This one, a Nonya Steamed Fish. Hey guys, welcome back to Wok Wednesday. It is a wok-ish Wednesday today, and I'm cooking a Nonya Steamed Fish. The recipe is from my book, Simple Family Feasts, and that is how delicious it's gonna be. This fish dish is a Malaysian recipe, and the start is always the paste, this sort of sambal or chili paste that I'm gonna cook until it gets nice and red in colour before we then cover or slather the fish and steam it really simply. The paste is made up of your either shallots or onion or red onion, some chilli, plenty of red chilli is good for this, some garlic, ginger, and then your lime leaf. I've got a whole load of black peppercorns here, which I'm going to get into the paste as well. Everything kind of roughly chopped up, as small as possible, as fine as possible, just to help out the pestle and mortar. If you want, you can also blitz it if you've got a food processor. Now, of course, you can use Thai shallots, and that would be the traditional way, or the sweet, smaller sweet shallots. But if you can't find them, a red onion or a large banana shallot or whatever you find will work. The recipe is about 5 or 6 Thai shallots, so I've gone for half of this. Chilies, for me, you need enough in there, not just for flavour and spice, moreover for colour, because I want to get a nice sort of deep red colour into this paste. And again, what I've learned, about anything in cooking is that it's up to you, especially when you're cooking at home. Use whatever suits you best. If you want your paste to be much, much hotter, then you could use your Thai chilies or bird eye chilies. If you're just looking for a bit of colour and the sweetness from the chili, slightly larger chilies like this work a treat too. Completely up to you. Ginger. I've got a couple of fresh lime leaves. With lime leaves, you can get dry ones, and if you have to use them, then fine. Dried lime leaves can be rehydrated, so soak them in hot water for sort of 10 minutes, and you'll get a bit of flavour out of them. But it's always better to, I think, buy either fresh or frozen lime leaves. Then when they defrost, they come out really lovely and fragrant. Oh, I can smell that straight away. One of those aromas that just makes me smile. Straight in there, and then get pounding. You want to get it to a point where it's a nice, sort of smooth paste. Nothing too coarse and bitty in there. The real key to this, to get all the sort of intense flavour of that paste out, is to fry it, and we're going to slowly cook it through until it gets deeper and deeper in colour. I'm also going to season the paste, essentially, with all these different ingredients here. So I've got some brown sugar. Now this gives the paste a real sort of deep flavour, and this is red fermented soybean paste, similar to red miso. Oyster sauce, about a tablespoon. Same amount of sweet chilli sauce, and that will just balance out that saltiness of the rest of the ingredients, especially this one here, fish sauce. I've got some chicken stock as well, just to help melt that through. And I'm going to cook this into the paste, and I'll obviously add liquid into the wok straight away, but then I'll cook it to a point where all of this sauce is kind of mixed in and sort of infused into the paste and evaporated again, so that you get a really nice flavorful base or topping really for the fish. You want to be pretty generous with your oil. High heating oil is good, vegetable oil, corn oil, anything like that. And that extra bit of oil just helps to sort of slowly fry the paste. Now you want this on a medium heat, not too high because you'll burn that paste quite quickly. But that initial sizzle is good. You want to sort of almost have an instant sort of aroma coming straight off the wok of that garlic and the ginger and all that spice in there. Now I'm going to cook this until that colour of the chili starts to deepen. You get a deeper red. But of course I've got all this sauce that's going to go in there as well, and that will deepen the colour even more. Takes about 5 minutes to get to the right sort of colour. Now the sauce straight over the top. Maintain that medium heat, that's fine. And then you're going to cook that again, as I say, to deepen the colour. Another 4 or 5 minutes. It might be a bit quicker, depends on your hob. If you want to get that liquid to evaporate quick enough, then constant stirring like this does help, just so it doesn't burn. You can see it's got that lovely sort of jammy texture to it, and that's when you know it's ready. All that sort of caramelized brown sugar has brought that paste together really nicely. I mean, I could just eat it like that with some crisps. Now the oil that it sits in, you don't need to use all of that, but from here, you take a bit of your paste, or a good amount of your paste, and you spread that over the top of this beautiful salmon. Be generous with the paste. Any extra paste you can jar up if you like, use it for other dishes, and then all you got to do is steam that, full steam, 8 to 10 minutes, and your dish is done. Now this is looking and smelling absolutely awesome. Just checking that fish is cooked. 8 minutes, easy as that. You know, when you're steaming any type of fish, it's really easy cooking process. The real effort, you know, goes into the paste, and pounding it, blitzing it, and then cooking that through for a good enough time to really bring out the flavour of the spices. This fish. Oh my, such a great dish. That punch of flavour with perfectly simple steam-lined stir-fried green veg on the side. This is the definite one for you to try. If you like this recipe, you want to learn more, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ding, hit that notification bell, and we'll see you next time for more spicy food.